Bueno, buenas, aquí SplinterG en un nuevo gameplay de NOIRE. Continuamos con la historia. Vamos en el capítulo 4, ya, si no me equivoco. No me acuerdo el caso que viene ahora. La pareja perfecta. ¿Se me escucha bien? ¿Está bien todo? Grabando. En vivo. Ahora creo que... No puedo configurar una hora así.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
They weren't even his prints, and he still confessed.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sap.
Tengo que configurar esta radio. Tardé un segundito. Volví a cambiar esto, creo que estaba en el logbook. Ahora sí. Me había olvidado de cambiar el título del juego del stream. Ahora sí, sí.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
I don't want to be rude, but I ain't got time for talking. I think we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
You know the way. You can drive. Looks like the DA is going to press charges. And Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something better.
No entendí nada de lo que había dicho al principio, weón.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Because a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar, name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Ya, entonces... Intuición. Buscar todas las pistas, ¿no?
Phelps? Landed on his face and ended up here. Car must have struck him from behind.
A ver qué tiene acá. Una carta. Patrick para hacer una nueva satisfacción. Entonces lo mataron para llevarse el dinero, esto, ¿no? Lo que entendí. Era un seguro de vida, ¿cierto?
Patterson has life insurance.
Seguro de vida. Lo mataron por la plata, entonces. Entonces la persona que lo mató debe ser alguien vinculado a él, ¿no? Permiso de conducir, Lester Pattinson. 182 de Norfolk.
We can notify next of kin.
O quizá ella mandó a alguien a matar. También puede ser así. Ya no tiene nada más, creo, ¿no? No.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Informe del forense ya. Fue arrastrado.
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Sí.
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Hay que registrar adentro.
This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell. So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Sí. Entonces quizás no fue el auto, o sea, quizás lo chocó y alguien lo terminó de matar.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can, unfortunately, be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Dos de 13 periódicos recogidos.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room. I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Ah, bueno.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Ah, bueno. Discusión oída ya. Nueva pista. Bien. Vamos bien, vamos bien. Aquí por acá. Aquí es para salir. Ah, pero... De basurero no hay nada. Antes de salir con la tira. ¿Por qué esta weá tiene que ir hasta uno? Voy a ver si no tiene nada.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
Vamos con esta primero. Informe de la testigo.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
Ya, descripción del coche.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Bien, discusión oída.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Go on.
Then a third person. another man got involved.
Ya, ahí estaba mintiendo, puta
Thank
la
you, Miss
weá.
Brown. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
Los clientes.
Real happiness is when you marry a girl for love and you find out later she's got money.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Sí, dice la verdad.
What was it about?
¿No?
Who knows? The slightest thing could set those two off.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm gonna need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
I'm stumped.
You could use the phone in the back of the bar. Call in what we have on the suspect vehicle.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we headed?
Vamos para allá primero.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Motivo de
You were
discusión.
arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
You can only feel sorry for someone for so long before you begin to despise them.
A investigar un poquito.
Nothing significant. Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Fish.
Nope. Junk. Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results
Ya
of
vamos
the
para allá.
Patterson autopsy.
Antes de
Thanks,
hablar
ma'am.
con el otro tipo.
Doesn't look like anything.
Y hace todo acá, entonces nos vamos. Corre. Perdón.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Vamos acá primero antes de la,
And where
de la
exactly are we going?
residencia Shelton. Depósito central. ¿Qué me pasa? ¿De aquí a dónde que? Ah, no, obviamente.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder one. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Ya. Entonces, bueno, vamos para allá, pero... A ver. No puedo ir donde el...
You're behind the wheel.
Where are we going?
No para acá antes, weón. Intentar completar todo, weón. Que ya sabemos la verdad, pero...
Lucky break getting the partial ID.
Igual.
These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. It takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
Not as dumb as you make yourself out to be, are you, Stefan?
I didn't know I was making myself out to be dumb.
Entonces, estaba bien mi teoría, bueno. La pareja lo mató para quedarse con el dinero ya que tenía seguro y así poderse ir con ese dinero y con su mejor amigo o buen amigo a otro lado. Está más que clara la weá.
That's the son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
La shield, weón, no es para acá.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Ven, concha tu madre. No, pues hombre.
He's heading into the station. Go on, get after him.
We've got to track down that
Hold it right there, Shelton!
We'll find the car, and we nail the driver.
All right, I give up.
What the hell? That was a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton.
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
So, initial report came back with an ID on our victim, Lester D. Pattison of 182 North Hope Street.
Y
Captain wants
ahora
us there double
va
quick.
donde la buena esta, un tiro ese mierda, weón. 30 minutos. Ya, termino esto y termino de grabar, weón. Y tengo que hacer ejercicio, almorzar y cenar.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Pattison. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how he had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo. Holy Toledo. Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
No, casi, weón.
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now. Put your weapons down and your hands.
Say goodnight then.
Puta, weón. Debes pararle la mano antes, weón. La mierda, chile. No se puede quitar esta escena,
Spoken to the
weón.
coroner, Mrs. Pattison. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how he had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
Chucha.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Be careful! He looks dangerous!
Last chance to surrender, Sabo.
Qué guaso, no, weón. Y ahora sí te hago cagar, cochino culeado.
You stay back! I'll ice this one, I don't care.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Have it your way.
Pero hermano, te pegué en la mano, conchetumare, puta que pérdida de tiempo esta weá, weón, juego culeado, weón. Encima no se puede quitar la cagada escena, weón. ¿Cómo no se va a poder quitar la cagada escena, weón? Weá
Spoken with the
mala, weón.
coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
You had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him! Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
Here.
Oh my God! Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Están rabiando esta weá ya, weón. Me carga que no puedan quitar la escena en los juegos, weón. Le voy a disparar a él nomás entonces, weón.
You stay back. I'll ice this one, I don't care.
Put the weapon down now.
Weón, le disparé en la mano, weón. Ah. Sí, weón, sí, weón. Wea mala, cuidado que chucha.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Y bueno, gente, vamos a dejar este episodio de la NOIRE hasta acá. Espero que les haya gustado, que se hayan entretenido. Y así, denle me gusta, suscríbanse y síganme en Twitch también. Pistas encontradas, 8 de 9. Preguntas correctas, 6 de 8. No estoy tan mal tampoco. Tipo ser detective. Bueno, vamos a dejar esto hasta acá y está guardando. Nos vemos. Chao, chao.